before anything, I really have to clear this out. I'm not a big DC head, or not even Marvel head. Like, I don't really read comics as much as I do read mangas or stuff. But I like DC and Marvel for that matter. And of course, I've seen many movies, many cartoons on these heroes. So, I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to, comics, the lore, and everything surrounding Superman. But I've just seen 2025 Superman, James Gunn's Superman, and I have to talk about it. So, now that you know that I don't know all that much about the lore and stuff, I have to also say that I have watched a lot of videos on what kind of a superhero Superman is in the comics. But I think when it comes to a fictional character, yes, of course, it does mean a lot what the creator of that superhero or character meant them to be. But also, since they are fictional characters, I think we can make our fanfics. So, I'm gonna talk about my Superman, who I always thought who he was, like how I thought he was always. And also say that, turns out, I knew Superman from the beginning, because I always thought Superman as a hero, a real one. Superman was the hero, the first hero or something maybe, like the realest hero, I don't know. And in this film, I've really seen that Superman, and that is so fucking cool. So, as it turns out, Superman is a super chill guy, not an aura farmer or a really on edge guy. It turns out he saves squirrels, rabbits, people. Who knew? And actually is a kind soul, is a confused soul, is someone that descended on Earth and started living here. And he was just a baby when he came here. So he was born in this planet called Krypton. And turns out the planet is now destroyed. So he needs to go away and live somewhere else. As I remember how it was. I don't know, like I said, the lore about it. But that doesn't really matter, because the whole point of this film, and what I really, really loved about this film the most, is that it doesn't really matter where you came from, What you were meant to do, your destiny. I don't really care about them. What I care about, and I think what this movie cares about, is that who you choose to be, what you choose to do, that you have the choice to do stuff, to do what you want to do, basically. So Superman was really cool in that matter. Like, of course, he has the body of steel, like he's the Man of Steel, bullets don't really hurt him, or that he is super powerful, he can shoot lasers from his eyes, and he's super speed, he is super fast, and stuff like that. But what I really loved the most was that he represents the choice that you can make. Like in the movie, and I didn't know this really, I thought he was just sent to Earth because their planet was being destroyed. But turns out he was sent to Earth to rule it. Like, it's a much darker story. And he could have done that. He could have done that. He could have decided to, change his ways and do that right now. That was actually what people feared that he was gonna do, or he was meant to do. Like, they thought he knew this all along and he was plotting something. By the way, a big L on that part on humanity. You know what the hell? Like, he's been here for so long. Anyway, that aside, he didn't choose to do that. He wasn't raised to be like that. Like, even if he was raised by his original parents, he could have chose not to do that. Like, I believe that how you are raised and your, environment is real important on who you become. I totally agree on that. Like, I accept that fact. That is a fact for me. But also, I believe even though you had such influence around you, big influences, you still have the choice. You still have that fire inside your heart that burns you every time you do something that you don't want to, you don't believe in. You can still struggle a lot, suffer a lot, but choose that. That's what I believe in. And Superman really did represent that in this movie. At least that's what I saw. It said like, you can become a hero too. Like, we've seen that Green Lantern and the other characters, Mr. Terrific, I can't really forget his name, choose to go save people, you know? They were most likely affected by Superman, and they went there and helped people from an absurdly evil attacker country, by the way, but we'll get to there. So, another thing Superman asks is, what does it to be good? Like, what does it to be someone who is good, being a good person mean, being a good hero mean? And I've always been in this point, maybe not always, but for the longest time, I really believe that being good really just means trying your best and doing good. No one is in a state, like in an infinite state of being good. We all do mistakes. We all sometimes choose ourselves. We all choose to do, not care sometimes. We all choose to do something we know is bad. We do that. That's human. But being good doesn't mean you have to be perfect. We all make mistakes, like I said. We all have evil in our hearts to an extent, but that doesn't make us who we are. I really believe that as humans, we have the most choices. And I really try my best to really incorporate that. Like, I have the choice to shoot this video right now. I have the choice to watch a video. I have the choice to go eat. Some people don't have those choices. But I do have these choices. Some other people have other choices. So these are the choices in my disposal, I can do stuff that I believe are bad. I can do stuff that I believe are good. That can be, helping a lady on the street, crossing the light. Or when you see a puppy, maybe go feed it. Maybe give water. I don't know. It can be anything. Anything in the means of goodness, kindness. Smiling to your colleague, smiling to your friends, family, asking how their day went and stuff like that. You can donate, you can help as Minecraft, and there are many things you can choose to do, and it depends on your status, your current, where you are at life at the moment. But there is always something. There should be something. So I really believe and support the film on this idea that being good isn't a state, but a decision. And that's so encouraging. Like, you can think about this in other stuff as well. For example, I really struggle to follow gaining habits. Like, I struggle to do something every day in a specific way. It's kind of hard for me. But when I, for example, not read a book or not read, 10 pages of a book, and it was my goal, and I don't do it, I relapse, I try not to, just beat myself down. I try to say like that is normal. That can happen. Of course, I should be, if I want to make it like a daily habit, I have to try, I have to do things. I have to change things, I have to add things, maybe remove things. I have to adjust so that it fits my current self. But in the end of the day, it's not that big of a problem. It's not that big of a deal. I can make mistakes. I can relapse. I can have issues with it. But if I try more, and if I try again, more importantly, and if I try to do good, and like I said, it doesn't have to be only about one thing, I can achieve it, at least as some version of it. Doesn't really matter in the end of the day if I, for example, read 10 pages today, or 5 pages, or 15 pages. In the end of the day, what I'm trying to achieve is reading regularly, for example, in my case. So instead of just beating myself down, I can just read a page in that time that I would beat myself down. Or I can read an extra 10 pages tomorrow when the time that I was going to beat myself down, basically. So I can find another way. And like, if you do something bad, you don't have to beat yourself down. Like, you can do something good tomorrow or today. You know, you can make mistakes, but you can also right those mistakes, you know? So movie also talks about masculinity. And I really like this idea that Luffy and Superman. I've seen a video where the person was talking about how Superman is the man of steel. Bullets don't go across him. He's strong. He's tough. And Luffy, well, he's made of rubber. So bullets just go through him, but come back. Because he's elastic. His body is elastic. And I really love that thing between Superman and Luffy. Now, I think with James Gunn's Superman, it is interesting because I think we haven't really seen Superman deflecting bullets, which is just his body, in this movie, which is interesting because we also haven't seen a lot of laser from eyes from the Superman. That's also interesting. I think that's a deliberate choice that they made. Also, we haven't seen many aura farming moments also, which I like. Like in this film, we've really seen Superman just do good, be a hero, like reassuring kids, helping them when they're scared, rescuing them, helping people, basically, helping animals, little animals too, trying his best not to wreck the city, you know? All this stuff that a superhero should be doing, really, in the end of the day. Being a kind soul. All of these are lovely. And I really, truly believe that true masculinity isn't something like being so tough, being so cool, being so, rock hard, not caring about anything. All this stuff. You can watch other videos from me where I talk about this, but I don't really see someone as a man when they're just a tough guy, doesn't really affect me at all. But when I see someone kind, with a kind heart, when I see a genuine smile, that's it, Doesn't have to be called masculinity, doesn't have to be called being a man, it doesn't have to be anything. But if someone is kind, if someone is caring, if someone is full of love, that's a human. In my eyes. That's it, And when I said like Luffy, Superman, we can also call All Might into this chat. We can talk about Sanji, really, especially in kindness side. Like, Luffy is the symbol of freedom. Superman is the symbol of hope, and All Might is symbol of peace. Like, I think these are the symbols that we need from a hero, basically. So yeah, these are my favorite heroes. Not some cool guy who destroys the city. Just aura farms, Having a code of honor, having ambitions, having people you love, having things you love, having interest, that's what's cool. That's what's punk rock. There were many other things in the movie that I really liked, especially, the parts that touch the real life, our current world, really. Like, hate comment bot monkeys on Twitter, how media works, how journalism is really, really important, how billionaires operate in a bigger scale, how there was this cartoonishly evil country, how a Muslim man was a hero for once and not the threat. That was really refreshing to see as well. And how there was this cartoonishly evil country who wanted to destroy another. And also how billionaires really were funding it all. So yeah, that was Superman 2025 from James Gunn. I really loved many aspects of it. It was really a lovely watch. It was really relatable. I really loved seeing Superman. And I can proudly say that I am way more into DC now that I've seen the true Superman, and probably will be reading comics of Superman. So yeah, go out and do something good. Something that you feel is good and you believe in it. You know, having a code of honor, having stuff you believe in, having stuff that you like, that you're interested in, all lovely stuff. So go ahead and do that. And maybe try to be nice to people around you. And voila, you are Superman now. So yeah, that's really about it. I hope I'll see you in the next video, and see you. Oh, I forgot this, but the scene where Superman and his father, his real father, talks is literally everything to me. Like, I saw so hard there. But there are also many other scenes that I haven't talked about in this video. Some that I forgot while recording, and then when editing, this happens a lot, that I remembered. And in this video, I really didn't make all that much notes, so it is really expected. But I just wanted to quickly talk about this because it was in my mind and it was the time was passing. So I want to talk about it. So yeah, that's really about it. Thanks for watching. A lot of scenes that I haven't talked about. Mr. Terrific. It was amazing, especially the scene where he fights and there's music in the background. It was amazing. But overall, the movie was lovely. I really loved, I think, every aspect of it, really. And yeah, that's a small review for you, because on the video, it was really like a yappuccino, if you get what I mean. But yeah, that's really about it. Thanks for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Bye.